Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos from gfsantos.com. In today's video, sorry for the focus, guys. For today's video, we're going to respond to one of someone's comments, which was basically that for a while now, they've, been unable to win that battle for the day. And that battle for the day being, am I going to smoke weed or am I not going to smoke weed? And for most people who aren't addicted to weed or don't have an addiction to weed, so to speak, they don't experience the same level of fear or uncertainty or concern over this dilemma, right? And so I totally relate and I totally understand that inability to say no, even for just one day. I get it. So hard. Especially if you've never succeeded before. Okay? And so what I want to let you know is that in my experience and in my journey, although yes, you can really brute force it and find strategies to just distract yourself or to just lock weed away in a safe or to, whatever. The issue is that, even for some of us, the addiction or the dependency to weed is so strong that it doesn't matter if we hide the weed or we throw the weed away. We can always find a way to get more, right? And so what I want to let you know is that if you're having trouble, even just going one day, even half a day, no matter what you try, that you're doing the best you can, even though you're not succeeding, okay? And that I know there's a level of shame and guilt and embarrassment and hopelessness and judgment on yourself that comes from being unable to even go a day without smoking weed. All right, I want you to know that if that you're not doing it on purpose, you're not intentionally trying to hurt yourself. You're not intentionally trying to fail. You're not intentionally trying to fuck yourself over. All right, and that in my experience, what worked for me and what may work for you is to just understand that there is a part of you that there's something going on that you don't know how to handle when it comes to going a day without weed. There's something that you are avoiding and you're dreading and you don't want to deal with. And if I was going to really simplify it and base it on my most recent experience, just don't want to deal with the fact that, you know what, that night, that day, and the first day that I don't go with weed and probably the next day, it's going to fucking suck a little bit. Like, it's going to suck. And that's just the bare truth. Like, and who wants to fucking deal with that? Like, who wants to deal with, like, if you wake up hungover from drinking a lot, who wants to deal with a hangover? No one wants to deal with that. So oftentimes, people have sometimes people smoke weed or they even drink more alcohol so they don't have to deal with the pain of a hangover. And that, consider that, that yes, there will be some pain, emotional pain, psychological pain, that day or night that you have to say no when your body, mind, and soul are used to weed, and that it's so ingrained in your patterns and your chemical makeup and your neurological brain connections to just smoke weed at 7 p.m. every night after work, all the time, every day, 6 years. Of course it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be hard. And it's going to suck. And your body's going to be like, what the fuck? Let's just fucking smoke weed. And your brain is like, God dang it, this fucking sucks. And you're going to experience emotions and thoughts and you are going to be in a space that you don't want to be, that you haven't even been in for years. Because you've been smoking every day. And it's all good. Like, I get it. No right-minded person would continue to do something that they know hurts them in the long run. And I don't mean right-minded like you're wrong-minded. I mean that there is just something not quite in alignment for you. Something is off. Not because you have an illness of addiction or that you're broken. It's just that, in my experience, when something is not right emotionally or in our soul or mentally, there's something just not quite right. You know, you might be sad about something that you haven't gotten over, or maybe something you're upset about, or maybe you just don't want to face the fact that you are deep as fuck in a hole that you've been digging every day. And that you know this, like you know that you need to stop one day, or you know you just need to get control one day, and you're just nervous, like you're nervous. Because it's a total fucking, it's a lifestyle change. It's getting out of the comfort zone. It's doing something different, for real. And that's fucking scary as shit. And so it's no wonder why you don't want to face it, because it not only is it hard, but you've probably failed many times. So just know that it's all good. And what worked for me is to really be okay with the fact that I'm, you know, when I'm in those dark times and I'm using weed in a bad way, to just, not in a bad way, y'all, like the way you're using weed is a reflection of what's going on inside, you know? That when things are good and you're great and life is good and emotionally you're good and things are fine and you have a sense of control in your life, you don't run to weed because you don't need it like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can use weed in a positive way and a way that helps you grow. It reflects how you're doing inside, as does everything else in your life. You know, so just consider that if you're using weed in an addictive way, it's a reflection of what's going on inside. And instead of trying to focus on, oh my God, I need to like stop. Look inside, y'all. Look inside. Tap in, as one of my good friends like to say it. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. Tap in. Alright? So to recap, you're not trying to fuck yourself over on purpose. Consider that maybe there's just something that is getting to you on a deeper level that weed helps you feel better with, but at the same time, the only way to heal from it is to face it head on and work through it and let things go for real. And eventually when you're ready, you won't have to force yourself to not smoke. It will be what you either you'll just be so sick of yourself and you're like, no, fuck this. Like you'll find a leverage point. But just know that in my experience, I run to weed because there's something that I am nervous to deal with otherwise, and that it's going to take a little bit of uncomfort to process and work through. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Good to see y'all. I'm happy as hell to just be here and to serve y'all and to share what I've gone through and what I continue to go through. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. It's a journey, and I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.